Hello everybody and welcome to today's reaction video. Today we're reacting to BTS for, I think, the fourth time in our lives, if I'm not mistaken. So, before we get started, firstly apologies for the dodgy internet connection. That's on me, or my side. So just to let you guys know that if you donate to our channel, we will guarantee and prioritize a reaction request for you. All the information can be found down below, and that will go towards a better internet connection for me. So let's have a look at today's reaction. Oh, I just pressed react there. Let's have a look. So we're reacting to a song called 2.0. Only came out relatively recently. So Brett, BTS, would you say, like, from what we know, like kind of the original sort of K-pop band, been around a long time, the most famous, the most successful K-pop band, and I'm interested to know like what sort of music they really do, right? Because we know like this sort of new style of, whether it be K-pop, P-pop, whatever, it's very kind of out there. And I always felt like with BTS, I always had this assumption that they're a little bit more sort of, not old school, but a bit more sort of what we know, kind of what we like, kind of thing, that kind of pop. What would you say to that?
Yeah, so I think not only are they probably one of the biggest K-pop bands there, it could be argued as almost in modern times one of the biggest bands ever, really, with their reach that they've had. Um, so I feel like we have been criticised in terms of our lack of depth of knowledge with BTS in terms of the music that they do. But initially, I would agree with you, and the way I see them is that they are this sort of big pop bands that do good, yeah, what we would call old school sort of pop hits that we liked and probably grew up with. But it's definitely more to them than that. We've had a little bit when we heard a little bit, but generally that's the consensus there. So yeah, we've seen a bit of their stuff, but we know there's obviously, I think it goes a lot deeper than that as well. But I agree with the points that you were making earlier. That's for sure.
All right then. Well, let's get on with it then.
그래 방탄처럼 그게 말은 쉽지 우린 팀틀 누가 맨날 뛰어넘네 웃기기는 한데 사실 안 웃기지 10년은 말야 어린 반프 넌 stop brand new, put your brand new, yeah we on that brand new. You know how we do. Ay, ay, ay. 그러기 본 마치 brand new. 백 다른 step 뒤지게는 step 2, step 2, 2.0 take that who. 여기저기 또 한 번은 내 10 out of 10, 10. 이제 버려 모습 하품. So go 하러 가. Ay, yeah we get 다시 score 와라.
Wowzers. So this is a bit different, isn't it, from BTS? Yeah, this is kind of what we were just kind of talking about there at the beginning. Like, we kind of just know them as a bit more traditional-ish maybe, and bit more kind of what we're used to, but this isn't like that at all. This is, I don't know how to describe it. Obviously, like more edgy, definitely more edgy. That's one of your old school favourite words, right? That sort of rap.
But yeah.
Well, I think I've taken it from you, but yeah, you definitely can.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm kind of a bit, kind of surprised, but yeah, at the same time, I did kind of think they probably do have music like this as well, I suppose. I wonder how they've evolved. Like this is as one of their latest releases. I'm sure they didn't do this like back in the day. But anyway, yeah, not sure how I feel about it. I'm just kind of interested in the style of it at the moment and trying to get my head around it. What about you?
Yeah, obviously a different sort of take that we've had there, and it's weird because it should feel very surprising, different. But I think because now we've evolved a bit in our sort of Asian pop area side of things, where we've seen a lot of other K-pop and P-pop bands doing this kind of style of pop already. It feels like BTS is just like one of those other ones, even though BTS started beforehand. And this is what I was saying earlier. So to us, they probably weren't doing stuff like this, but I think to some of their fans that we hadn't heard all their stuff, that they probably were doing a lot of stuff like this as well. I think I spoke about it on another video where obviously they're back doing their thing there because, as far as I'm aware, it was because of their time they had to do in the Korean army. So they all took ages to do stuff. And remember, we did some of there was some of them did some individual stuff or they did stuff in pairs that I think we've reacted to as well. But now obviously they've all done their service, they've all done their time and back. So yeah, so it'd be interesting, and so I suppose the comments can let us know whether they're definitely more completely new side of BTS or they had been doing some of this previously before they broke up temporarily and we just were unaware of hearing some of that sort of stuff.
Yeah, let's take it through to the end and we'll discuss it then.
Yeah, pull up at your block. We gon' knock, yeah. Had your little farm fella, pop, yeah. Came back for a smile, we don't stop. You know how I do. You know how I do. Put your brand new, baby, I'm that brand new. You know how we do. Pop. Baby game to live, rock. Yeah, hit him up like pop. Hit him with the truth like rock. Time to pay your debt. Feel me not. Let it be, let it bleed. Hit a lick, and it's split. Stop. Yeah. Pull up at your block. We gon' knock. Yeah, have your little fun, fella. Pop. Yeah, came back for what's mine. We don't stop. You know how I do. You know how I do. Put your brand new. Yeah, we on that brand new. You know how we do. You know how I do. You know how I do. Put your brand new. Yeah, we on that brand new. You know how we do.
Okay. Yeah, so that was different in the sense of it's from BTS, whereas we have listened to this sort of style plenty of times before. And if I'm being honest, I don't like this type of music, right? It's not that I don't like what BTS do or this sort of whole K-pop, P-pop, whatever sort of stuff. It's just particular style that I just doesn't really appeal to me. I just find it a bit aggressive sounding. They're not like nice songs. Do you know what I mean by nice songs? Or they're like nice bit more traditional, a bit more. I can't explain it. Like this is not as out there as I think like that last SB19 song we did, where SB19 sort of go very much. They switch a lot, right, within the songs. A lot of change ups. This was more kind of one way, but with a little kind of few changes up, but nothing too extreme. So I think I prefer this a little bit more. But even so, there's just something about this sort of style. So I'm not just picking on this particular song, just this style in general. I don't particularly like it. I can't explain it. It's like some of the. It feels like sort of a bit gangster-like. You could imagine like in America, this sort of stuff being filmed, but in a completely different kind of way, like with. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting stereotypical, but you know, like these guys in the hood and. I don't know, they might be drug dealers or some sort of criminal history. Whereas this, they're like, I don't know, just pop icons. I just don't really particularly like it. If that makes any sense. I'm sure I'll get criticised in the comments as usual, but just being honest. What about you? How did you find it?
Yeah, I feel they're going to send the comments about you saying that, but no, I totally get where you're coming from, and one of the points that you made that was the same one I was going to sort of make, in a sense where I'll bring out the edgy word where it's trying to be an edgy song, but like you said, we've had like SB19, we've had Stray Dogs, there's loads of others who have done edgy stuff, and it's really been a lot edgier. There's a poor word of the verb there, but yeah. So this kind of feels a bit, yeah, watered down in comparison to those. In a strange way, I still kind of like it, but yeah, it was missing to try and be that little bit, give something a bit more to it. And like I said, it's still feeling very pop-like. So I know he's trying to say he's trying to be a bit darker and stuff there, but it didn't get that dark, too dark at all, even though it was trying to be more edgy than it probably was. So that's how I feel there. So I feel we've now been accustomed to other bands who are doing that sort of stuff and a bit more, yeah, a bit more oomph to it and stuff. Um, so it's either, like I said, so as you said, yeah, it's you like all like sort of the nicey type ones. And I feel that is kind of a version of that, but in this edgy way. So listen, I thought it was alright. I don't think it was too bad, but I think we have had and heard a bit better of this particular style genre and with the music style video as well, really. So yeah, I'm waiting to get slated on the comments as well. I'll join you.
Thank you. All right then. Well, guys, that's it from us. So thank you for watching, and we hope to see you again soon for the next one. Take care. Goodbye.